Hey folks, this is Kalani. We're going to be looking at the Tequatl Rising update. Now this is the September 17th update, which is coming in very, very soon indeed. Now, so, Tequatl Rising. I assume everyone knows who Tequatl is. He is the undead champion dragon, which we get to fight in Sparkfly Fen. Now, basically this update is around him coming back to power. So, it has been gathering power in the depths. It is faster, stronger, deadlier. It has returned to devour and destroy. It is called Tequatl the Sunless, and it has evolved. Not entirely sure what it's evolved into, but it's supposed to be a rather fun fight. So there's a video there which you can check out, which will be a lot of the stuff from the live preview which we had a while ago. It's definitely worth checking out. So, events. The dragon Tequatl redefined. Something's gotten into Tequatl the Sunless. This ancient dragon, scourge of the splintered coast, has become more formidable than ever, with an arsenal of new attacks and lethal tricks at its disposal. To stop this rampaging beast, you'll join forces with old friends and new allies in a desperate battle where failure is a very real option. Tequatl has risen, and it will take an army of players to bring it down. Now, there's going to be a developer live stream on the 20th, which is interesting. It's later than usual. My only guess is that they've decided to do them on Fridays so most people can watch it, or they've delayed it a bit further so that, again, it's not a preview. It's more of this is how we're doing with the update. If you're struggling, come and have a look-see, or it may just talk about some of the design decisions behind it. Who knows? So that's a bit of a late one, but I'll check that out. Definitely check that out. It won't clash with me trying to make a million videos on the first day. Features coming soon. Looking for group tool. We've added a new system to help players find others to join in on their adventures. Using our new looking for group system, you'll be able to select the type of content you'd like to do and add in a custom description about the group you're trying to form. Use the system alone or with friends to easily fill out your party. Now there's more information on the forums, so go ahead and click over there. What I do know is that this will be coming out in beta, and it'll be released in stages, much how the trading post was at the launch of the game. So a few people will have access to it, and basically they'll tweak and add more as they see fit, which could take a while to completely roll out, but hopefully that should make finding a group for whatever you're trying to do that much easier, which is really nice. New ruins of power in World vs. World. So we've got a new objective, I guess. Big changes are coming to the Eternal War in the Mists. Each Borderland map in World vs. World has been redesigned to include 5 new ruins of power. Capture points that armies can battle over in order to earn lethal bloodlust stacks for everyone on their server. Now we can see the screenshot is one of the ruins, and basically it's kind of introducing a capture the point system in World vs. World, which I can see being really nice. I mean, it's another dynamic. It's another thing to do in World vs. World. You know, you're gonna have to secure these, and obviously this is going to be a point of huge contestation, which could be really, really interesting. It could. So one of the things that I'm looking at is having a guild-specific group hold those ruins, or hold a specific ruin, which could kind of translate a little bit into guild versus guild, maybe, potentially, which is really nice indeed. But another thing for World vs. World players to happily camp. What's going to be interesting is how much siege you're allowed to place on these, and if you can find some really sweet spots to place siege. I mean, let's be honest, if you manage to get down 10 arrow carts, nobody's coming near you for a while. You're going to have to get a treb and just blow stuff up. That's going to be really fun. I can imagine that being really cool. I'm going to have to check that out when this update comes live. Bosses updated. We've adjusted all our bosses to make them more challenging and fun. From the Mega Destroyer to Golem Mark II to the Fire Elemental, bosses interior are more dangerous than ever. So it's not just Tequatl that's getting a revamp, which is really interesting. You can see this is the Mega Destroyer, which actually uses a different model now. It's not a typical Destroyer Troll model. It's actually the model from the Destroyer of Worlds in Sorrow's Embrace, so that's all armoured up and looks really cool. New World vs. World ability, Flame Ram Mastery. Prepare to knock down some gates and set stuff on fire. Become tougher and more effective in those heated siege situations by earning ranks in the new Flame Ram Mastery ability, which is pretty cool. Just on topic of the bosses quickly, what's interesting is that we don't have any real information on what's happening to any of the bosses besides Tequatl. We know quite a lot of his new abilities. We know that he's going to have increased loot, which we'll get to in a little bit. But we don't know anything, literally anything about the other bosses. We have not had a glimpse of any updates, any changes, any new abilities, any loot revamps. So that could be really interesting. I'm really interested to see how they're going to, first and foremost, try and... I imagine they're going to stop it being such a ridiculous farm fest, because that's not what the world bosses are supposed to be. But if they make them too difficult without increasing any rewards, then people are going to be like, this isn't worth it, and just not do them. So they're going to have to strike a really good balance. It's like, with Tequatl, it needed new rewards. Wings of the Sunless. Earn this ominous new animated back item by waging war against Tequatl the Sunless. Which is basically undead wings, which is kind of cool. Although I don't see them having any dye options, so that may be something to consider. They're kind of the orangey brown, which may not fit altogether. Now, what's interesting is that that's the only thing they mention in the rewards. In the live stream when they were showing Tequatl, they said that you'd have a chance for ascended items. Basically, he could drop an ascended box, and you'd get ascended items from that. As well as that, there was a specific ascended skin, I believe. So I'm kind of curious why they're not on this rewards page. Either they kind of oversight not telling us on this page for folk who didn't watch the live stream to kind of figure that out on their own, or they may have been removed, which would suck, because basically it looks like Tequatl's going to be really ridiculous, to the point where you could very easily fail. And if they don't have the rewards in place to make getting him down worthwhile, then I don't see anybody doing it after the first week or so. But we got a very nice wallpaper as well, which is very nice. May have to steal that one too. But that's actually all we've got on this. So I guess we'll have to see what comes with the patch notes on the 17th. Remember that patch notes will go live a little bit before, sometimes a little bit after the patch itself. And currently it's been kind of evening time when these patches have been coming through. So stay tuned for what we have in store. It's really interesting, because this is kind of like a two-part, it's almost like a living story break. In that the Super Adventure box doesn't really have living story behind it except this shadow box, but they don't seem to be going anywhere with that. Well, for the 17th at least. Which is kind of interesting. I just hope that they haven't kind of run out of ideas for the living story. I seriously doubt they have, but it just feels almost like a lull, which is kind of nice actually. But then again, it makes you wonder what's coming next. Stay tuned for that one as well. That coming soon. We may get some nice stuff to play with. But remember, we've got Halloween update sometime in October as well. So it's gonna be an interesting few months. So that's all I've got to say on Tequatl Rising. If you have any questions, queries, or theories, please do leave them in the comment section below, and we can have a nice discussion down there. But apart from that, thank you for watching. Good luck and have fun. And as always, I will see you next time.